Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Danny Sanger, Certified Life Coach, NLP Master Practitioner and also trained in Suki Wahiwala's Synegus Method. In this series, I've been answering some of the frequently raised questions that typically arise when someone's having a conversation with me about the coaching work that I do. And what I've done with the format of the series is I've mirrored the structure or the sequence of the videos in a way that they mirror the logical order in which these questions would typically arise in a conversation. If you're watching for the first time, then first of all, welcome aboard and thank you for joining. If you haven't done already, please do go back and have a look at the previous videos because I have already started to answer some of the questions, and in doing so, what you'll find is the answers will help provide more context to today's video. Today's video is going to answer a question around how my coaching approach differs based on the types of clients that I work with. So as a bit of a recap, I'm working with individuals who are typically very highly exposed to the public spotlight as part of the lives that they lead or the career that they're involved in. So examples of that would be celebrities such as your actors and actresses, TV presenters, or social media influencers, for example, through to sports professionals such as footballers, and then also highly prominent business individuals and ultra high net worth individuals and their families. And one challenge that I've mentioned in a previous video with these types of individuals is that they do lead very busy life and work schedules, which also on top of that do also involve frequent travel, not just from one day to the next, but typically sometimes within the day itself, there's a lot of movement going on in terms of physical locations that they'll attend. So that as a challenge, what that means is it presents a limitation for these individuals to be able to dedicate the type of time that they would typically need to commit to work on their own personal development, to look after themselves, to partner with someone like myself as a coach, to work on anything specific by way of a challenge, or else to ensure that they're not just succeeding in their career, but in parallel, they're keeping on top of and progressing their personal life so that the two are working hand in hand. And that's obviously where I come in. But I can only provide that type of support if my clients are able to commit the time that they need to at their end. So the way I've accommodated and tried to tackle those limitations is in a couple of ways. So the first of one is basically that with my approach, I will travel to wherever my clients are located for that particular day that we're due to meet. So that avoids my clients having to have their PAs, assistants, to actually work out where exactly I will fit in, and that sort of logistical movement that my clients would otherwise need to sort of factor in. I take that away because I will turn up to wherever they might be on that particular day and on that particular time. So that's one way that I will help to avoid my clients needing to delay making progress with specifics around their personal life or personal challenges relating to career or personal life. Another element that I adopt within my approach is to also, as part of me meeting with these individuals in a face to face format, is for the day that I'm due to meet, my diary for that day will be blocked out for any other commitments with any other individuals, so that for me, I am able to dedicate the entire day to ensuring that I am able to travel, whether that's to catch a flight or to journey by car or whatever the means is based on where I'm traveling to. But I've got the entire day to plan and travel and ensure that I arrive when we're due to meet, and ensure that then I'm fully focused on them as well. So by not having any other distractions in my calendar for that day, I can serve fully, not just during the session itself, but give myself the necessary prep time mentally and otherwise in terms of the practical sense to ensure that I am there for my client for that day and that we maximize the output of the session itself. Another element to that then, which is effectively an outcome or output of my approach, is to only serve a limited number of individuals, an exclusive set of individuals at any one time. Given that there are only X number of days available within the working month, given the fact that then I am providing a full day to commit to an individual when we're meeting face to face, there are obviously only going to be a set number of individuals that I can work with at any one time. The other value to me being able to dedicate an entire day to my clients is that often with the types of people I work with, their time schedule can run over. So from one meeting to the next, they may be sort of falling behind in terms of where they should be at that point in time during the day. So if we were due to meet at 2 p.m., for example, and the client's overrun in previous meetings or activities, then I'm there for the entire day. So I can accommodate and flex to whatever it is that needs to be according to my client's schedule. So it avoids, again, any need to reschedule or push the meeting back, and therefore to delay the progression of a journey that we're having in partnership as part of a coaching experience. So those are the more practical, logistical ways in which I have adapted my program and my method to make sure it fully serves my specific types of clients as best as possible. There are also then some elements around the program itself. So with my method, it takes a sort of a two-pronged approach, if you like. So on the one hand, which is frequently the way in which I will start a journey with my clients, is the reactive approach, if you like. So when there is a particular challenge that has surfaced, whether it's something like negative media attention or some other stretch or challenge, personal relationships, for example, whatever it might be that's surfacing that causes the need for my clients to reach out, or someone from within their network to reach out and make a recommendation to work with me, then I have a program which will work on those specific challenges and do so in a way that it's very unique based on the way I've formulated my method and my program. But then the other approach that I have, which is really targeted at trying to avoid challenges from surfacing in the first place, or to then have my clients in a better state mentally and physically to deal with whatever it might be that has arisen. So it's more of a preventative measure, or at least giving the foundation required to then deal with whatever their challenges are in a more effective and successful way by having done some work beforehand. So there's some very specifics around the program, which I won't go into more detail as part of today's video, but there is a uniqueness to it, which has been done in a way, because I've been working with these types of individuals for some time now, having learned what works best and tweaked and effectively tailored my program to work with all of the individuals, and then being able to adapt that further to make it more unique for the individual I'm working with as well. So there's an element of additional and further tailoring that is done at the individual level, which again is very specific to the types of individuals that I work with. So that's something that's very unique in terms of the approach and the way that I will work with the individuals that I work with. And I've mentioned now more so because of the types of schedules that my clients lead and the type of or level of travel and physical movement that my clients will experience even during the day itself, which has then caused me to adopt a slightly different approach to being able to make sure that my clients can connect with a coach like myself and then go through a journey to succeed within their professional and personal life. I hope that's been useful. If you do have any feedback or commentary, please use the comments box below, and I'll be more than happy to then respond back and give you any specific responses to your queries or comments. Please also feel free to use the comments box below if you have any additional questions that you'd like me to incorporate. What I will do then is add those in as part of dedicated videos in addition to what I've already got planned out for this series. I'd be very grateful if you provide any feedback along the lines of constructive feedback to help me improve my content in any which way that you feel would be useful. And otherwise, I thank you very much for being involved, for joining and subscribing, and do in due course continue to follow me and watch out for the next series of videos. Thanks very much for now. Take care until the next video. Bye-bye.